Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today the featured sign, as I go around my zodiac wheel for the second time, I'm reading the second half of the month readings, is the beautiful, watery, sensitive, perceptive, reactive, caring, heart-centered sign of Cancer. In Cancer, it is the 18th of July, 2021, and so we have, about 4 days left of your birthday season. So I just want to wish everyone a happy birthday that's watching today, and I honestly hope and pray that you've had a beautiful, love-filled, certainly emotionally balanced and content and fulfilled birthday, because it's a whole different year this year, right? People are actually celebrating their birthdays and getting out and doing things. And I hope if you have not just come back from a vacation, you may be on your vacation or you're about to have one. Absolutely, because let's do it now. Let's make that happen. We can be safe. We can be amongst our family and friends, which is so important to you, Cancer, as out of all the zodiac signs, I feel like this is one of the most important things to you. It's one of your main characteristics. You are known as the mother sign, and you love the nurturing and the caring. You would do anything. I know a lot of mothers of every sign would do everything and anything for the ones they love too. There's just a difference in the sense that you really care about taking care of the home and all that, regardless of the gender. And it's just innate in you, you know. And if I think you had your way, you might have your family, or whatever you consider family. I always say this, it may not be your biological or your nuclear family as your siblings and things that you grew up with. Whoever means that to you, or certainly your children, you would probably be very content having them living with you or in the neighborhood for your entire life. I feel that's a common denominator actually for all water signs. I have a Pisces rising, and I'm still not over. I still have an empty nest syndrome. Does it ever stop? It's been many, many years, just so you know. But there is that part of me that that's why I had a family, right? That's why we do it. So there you are in that mix, and you're just incredibly loving and caring and very capable of so many things, you know, in addition to being a great provider and protector of your family and those that you care about. So I'm going to pick your highlighted connection for today. And if you haven't seen my channel, welcome to my channel. I read the tarot. I do add the astrology happening in the present time because I'm fascinated by it. And it does actually correlate very well with tarot. I have been a tarot reader for over 30 years. I did incorporate this month for the second half of the month's readings. I always add different decks and oracles that I absolutely thrive on and appreciate so much. The wisdom of life and, you know, and the connection with us in this wisdom. And I'm using the Golden Rider, which is basically the Rider-Smith tarot deck that was my very first deck. But this one has little bits of gold in every single card, so it's really pretty. It just is accented in all the right ways. So I'm going to be picking, for those that are new, I pick the featured sign, of course, so that everybody gets a reading twice a month, because I do beginning of the month readings and second half of the month readings. And then the highlighted is the connection that Spirit wants you to know about. I pick right in front of you. It's all spontaneous, and I read 3 major category messages for this highlighted connection. So let's find that right now. Take a deep breath and ask Spirit to please guide you in the most positive and uplifting ways with this connection. And that is going to be, well, that's you. We have Cancer and Cancer. So let's try it again. You're really in your element right now. You're really feeling your energy. You're just like, boom, it went right there. One more time. But I have done the same sign connections because there's so many of those out there in relationships. Scorpio, of course. Love it. This comes up a lot too. You're both water signs, and yet you're very different. I mean, you definitely are attracted to each other. You definitely fundamentally understand each other's main characteristics and qualities. As I mentioned, the emotional aspect of you. You very, very nurturing and caring and kind of possessive and want to hold on to the things you love. Anything, any of the, symbolisms of the signs that have claws or something can indicate that. Of course, you can do it on a well-balanced, we hope that you're doing it balanced so that you don't feel that, high-low kind of energy with that, but if that's making sense. And then Scorpio is your fellow water sign who's very intense a lot of times. And you meet Scorpios, sometimes they'll say, I don't really think I'm intense. And maybe they're not. It depends so very much on a lot of the other, planets or elements in their natal chart. There's 12. This is one. This is the sun sign, right? And the sun sign is the energy and the motivation we have from the day we're born. The sun is exactly in our first house, representing our personality, our personality traits, things we like and such, choose to do. And it's really about the exterior mostly, okay? And that's important. First impressions, who am I attracted to? Who do I hang out with and why? The Scorpion has the deepest of, I would say, emotions and kind of watery element that goes so far down because historically they're ruled by Mars, and that's that fiery planet. That's that kind of intensity that I think comes from the, the aspect of the Scorpio being intense. And you add fire and the water, it's steamy and it boils, and it's very, very, you can't mistake it's energy, right? Whether you're a water sign or not. But more importantly, more modernly, the planet that rules Scorpio is Pluto. So Pluto is all about really digging deep and being very self-critical at times. It represents the planet of, death and life and disease and all of the things that are shadowy, kind of not the stuff we necessarily want to think about or bring up, but are absolutely a part of life. So this is something that, Scorpio is very in tune with and accepts as a part of life, and they understand that. And what they like is to be able to get down into the heart of that and your soul and that of others and clear it out and really focus on the best ways to change things that aren't working and to eliminate. And, they have no problems, the Scorpios, eliminating things. I mean, there's that stinger. You're going to feel it. You let them down, that's it, done. But otherwise, very, very caring and deeply passionate and loyal. And so, yeah, just a mysterious kind of thing goes on with this Scorpio. That's very alluring to you, Cancers, And, your sensitivity is something that Scorpio truly admires and loves, and your softness that kind of helps to soften that intensity. It's a really beautiful blend and mix of the water. And you are ruled by the moon, Cancer, so you know all about the changes as well, and the cycles of life and the currents and, the ups and downs, and you're very, very keen and aware of the energies around you, as is Scorpio. So there's a really cool physical and mental, spiritual kind of synergy that happens with the two of you. It's a very commonly seen, connection with these two, and it does absolutely represent romance, and I see that a lot, but it also represents just, partnerships of all kinds. So as long as you guys can even out and have that beautiful, harmonious kind of temperament with allowing each other to, well, actually, you just really like to be together. You're perfectly content being together and doing everything together. These are the two that I would say are the most predominantly comfortable with that. You love your home, you keep it really nice, you make sure that, Cancer, you make sure your Scorpions are very well provided for and nurtured and fed, and it's just a, it's a win-win for both of you, really, because there's a lot of passion that comes from Scorpio and desire to better your situation and provide sustenance, and they're hardworking and diligent in what they do. But you two are hardworking, Cancer, so don't make me or think that for any reason I am putting out the impression that you or not, because you are a cardinal sign, and you don't know any better either. You just initiate the season of summer. You are a pioneer and a starter and a doer, and you start the committees and the clubs and the PTA meetings or what have you, or you're also the head of your own business, entrepreneurial, extremely capable. So there's no borders for you whatsoever. Also, you both really enjoy nature and beaches and water a lot of times. You do have to be careful about your consumption of libations, I would say. So I think that's a common denominator a lot of times. Kind of a general statement, but at the same time, not so much. Not from what I've experienced and seen. And so, yeah, just loving each other right now, enjoying each other, and really feeling the compassion of great emotional sustenance and stability in this relationship at this time. So let's see what the three major categories are for you two. And if you have not seen, I always like to say, if you haven't seen the beginning of the month readings, please go back and see if there's a similarity, or if things are moving in a different direction, or they're just heightening from what was said before, because there's been some amazingly beautiful, inspiring, and uplifting readings with the energies going on. So, first category, overall energy, is what brought you here, kind of the influence of this reading, and you have the Queen of Swords. Well, I like this a lot because this is about the air element, Libra, specifically, I believe, although not really, because Libra generally is the Justice card in the Tarot, the major arcana. So this could definitely be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Now, we do have the amazing benevolent planet of Jupiter, which comes into each and every one of our signs every 12 years. And it came into the sign of Aquarius starting the latter part of December last year through May, took a little sidestep into the sign of Pisces, your beautiful water sign, which I think has really been very active and relevant for a lot of water signs, specifically and first and foremost for bringing some magical, majorly beautiful, harmonious energy for you. Opportunities, romance, stronger connections with your connections, just, surprises and gifts, and here being in your birthday season. I think I'd love to hear too. Feel free to let me know if any of this is making sense or you're resonating, but it's a key time, and it feels like some really wonderful things have just appeared out of nowhere. But that would be your beautiful Jupiter in Pisces element happening. And it's happening through the 28th of this month. Goes back into Aquarius, which is kind of where I got sidetracked. So Aquarius is all about our mind, our expression, our thoughts, our ability to stand strong and true and be very, very precise and clear about our communications. Communications are key in a lot of ways for all of the air signs, about really wanting to get past any kind of confusion. They cut through all that with their swords. They're all about truth and justice and fairness for everybody. They're kind and sociable and friendly. But once again, it's about expanding the information. And that's what Aquarius really offers this whole year. And every time you meet an Aquarius, really. But when you have Jupiter in Aquarius, it's opening those doors. Many times I have found a lot of water signs are extremely good at creativity and being able to write and, express themselves, or be a, what do they call that? An influencer on YouTube, or they do podcast, everything, actors, you name it. They have great platforms. I feel like there's more of an emphasis now for the connection with the throat for a lot of water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, to remove any blocks that may have kept you from really expressing yourself to your very fullest. The opportunities are here this year and will continue. So there's a lot of air and elements that'll be continuing in the next 20 years plus. So it's a whole change from what it had been for 600 years plus of predominance of Earth. But this is good because it's an expansion and an awareness and an ability to grow and to educate ourselves. And so, yeah, this is what it is. The humanitarian sign of Aquarius, who wants to bring forth information that's going to help everybody, you know, personally and globally. So you're a part of that, and you're feeling really strong and empowered because of it. So I like that a lot for the two of you. Perhaps you're both involved in or have, you know, a close associate with that's going to bring in some special information that's going to change your life in ways you're not even aware of yet. Okay, mind you, we did have the 2 eclipses not too long ago, the latter part of May, and then June 10th was the eclipse of Gemini. Once again, furthering and giving information of how you can better yourself through your words, through your connections, through your expression, and whatever that is. If it's been hard to express, it's going to come easier. If it's been, you haven't expressed in the way you wanted to, you're going to be understood better. I mean, we had the Mercury retrograde in Gemini air, so that was confusing things a bit. It tends to do that. But that's all cleared up. So I just feel I'm actually getting goosebumps. I feel this surge of beautiful, powerful energy that you've brought forth yourself. And the energies, of course, help to push it through. It's always, you know, you are definitely responsible for where you want to go and how you want to get there and how much energy and motivation you put forth towards that. But you got a lot of beautiful energies working with you and for you. So very, very nice. Very nice. You may hear something having to do with, you know, finances, because, you know, for example, the air sign of Libra is ruled by Venus, and that's money. It's not just beauty and love and, you know, heartstrings being affected. It's substantial and it's wonderful. So you may be getting the loan you want, or the stimulus check, or the beautiful things that they're saying are happening, you know, in the government aspect of things. That's really just, it's just a wonderful, wonderful positive influence in your life. So the second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles, and they kind of take on a narrative, a kind of a storyline. So this came up yesterday, but you see I've been shuffling the whole time. Your possible blessings or obstacles, and I say it's due to this straightforward kind of empowering feeling that you're feeling, this incredible recognition of who you are and your abilities is just really shining forth. And you have the 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled. Like, you don't want to sit back anymore and just think, oh, that would be great, or what if. That's passing. There's way more strength in your initiatives and your manifestations. And you are both of you, water signs, are extremely good at manifesting, because you know why? I read it usually in the oracle that I always tend to read with my readings. I just love it. And it is the super attractor manifestation oracle deck. And it's about bringing forth the life we want because we feel it into existence. Well, that's what you're all about. So you have this ability, sometimes more than even all the other elements. And so that just feels like you've known this, and you felt more confident, and you not only are speaking about what you want and standing up for what you believe and asking for the justice and to be heard and the freedom of such, you are feeling it into your existence. So that's what's happened. Congratulations. I don't know what it is. It's a general reading, but that's a beautiful, beautiful sign. The next one is the 10 of Cups. That's the ultimate. Everything is working out emotionally, and your cups are filled, and your creativity is, you know, off the charts. Your intuition is incredibly spot on. And that's another aspect of this Pisces in Jupiter that's affecting all the water signs predominantly, though all of us. Pay attention to those dreams and those urges and those nudges and the signs you're seeing, because they're there to guide you, help you into your path. That's, you know, for the highest good. Final card is that of finances. Yes, it has to do with money. Ooh, the High Priestess. Well, this represents the water sign of Pisces. So here we have the triad. Cancer with the highlighted connection of Scorpio, and then Pisces, because I mentioned that's a very prominent energy with Jupiter in the sign of Pisces for all of us. And it's such a healing energy. And we also have Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So there's dreams and prophetic kind of energies that come out. There's creativity, like I said, that's heightened. Now there is sometimes illusion and kind of blurry, foggy, not 100% sure, you know, that feeling. Neptune is the god of the underworld, you know, and it's powerful and it's strong and there's so much there, but we don't always see it completely as clearly. We might see it for what it isn't on a positive, like rose-colored aspect. When Neptune and Jupiter both being in retrograde by now, by the way, retrograde, it happens every year. It will lessen the energy, but it doesn't take it away. If anything, it's making it go more internal and more on a personal level, which, you know, we all need to do that. We all need to face the music. We all need to really understand what's going to work for us in order to be a better person and, you know, create better circumstances in our life. Here's the High Priestess saying, you've got this. You are incredibly gifted, I would say, in the area of, you know, your ability to recognize your higher power, your connection with Source, God, Gaia, whatever you want to use. This has been, like I said from the beginning, one of your incredible gifts, and you share it and you're able to utilize it to any extent you want. And when it comes to money, you're kind of manifesting exactly what you want there too. And those 9 of Cups lets me know that you have a certain agenda or thought or, you know, belief about what it is you want to do with your finances or how much you want to accumulate and grow in your life. And you just believe you're going to make it happen. It's really that simple, because it really has a lot to do with that. And then bringing it in with that beautiful, amazing energy of heart and soul, and, you know, you're just completely enveloped in this ability to know that you can do whatever you need to do. There is the new moon there. So the new moon in your sign, Cancer, was very much a part of this revelation that really made you realize how in tune you've been. You've been seeing signs all along. And then with the two of you together, I mean, there's just more potency than ever with the highlight of the, you know, Scorpio, because that's something they really focus on a lot. So watch out when they focus, right? It's happening. So this is gorgeous. This is just letting you know and if it's not money, it's just wealth and your well-being overall in general, and it's feeling really, really positive. This is a gorgeous reading. So I'm going to culminate this reading by adding the rune that I like to add, because it's so amazing sometimes how spot on it is. The rune is an oracle that's been around for thousands of years, and it's just another way to kind of confirm what's already been said. You know how many times I picked this one? It's quite amazing. But I picked it again. It looks to me like a ribbon, but it's not. And I don't remember it by heart yet. I'm working on it. I'm putting it on the second category, as I always do, though. The 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled. What does that mean? What represents the time and the messages with that? And what that is the rune that is known as Othila. I did just do that a couple days ago. Othila is number 23. 23 is a 2 plus 3 in numerology, and that equals a 5. 5 is about change and challenge. We are in a 5-year. So last year was a 4-year. Of course, it was incredibly challenging, but 4 represents stability and you know, home and the 4 walls that protect us, and, you know, the ability to feel secure and strength within the 4 walls. And of course, we were in the 4 walls a whole lot more than we had been in many, many other years of our life last year. The 5 is about breaking through that. You know, it's not completely over per se in a lot of ways, but it's working its way through, getting through the challenges, knowing full well we are and will get to the other side, as we always do throughout history. And so that's interesting right there. I think it makes sense. Forgive me, I get sidetracked when I'm talking. But yes, 23, Othila. So, 20, opened right up to it because I just read it the other day. The words associated with it, the word is ownership. Being owners, being ownerships of your life, your mind, your property, your work, whatever it is. And the time frame is between May 30th and June 13th. So it's during Gemini season. And that first card, the overall energy, is the energy you're picking up on, which is that of the air element, right? Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So you're very in tune. As I said, you're spot on. The words associated with Othila are home. There you go, Cancer. Assets, inheritance, family, of course. Isn't that, it's just perfect. Tradition, learning from the past, and good luck. Happy, happy birthday to you, Cancers. That's what I mean. Thank you, Spirit, for being so synchronistic with this reading. I appreciate that. So we're going to go on to read the oracle messages that I love. I have 3 of them here, so I'll go get through them rather quickly for you. These, however, are for every single Cancer in all of your connections. And I always make a point of saying that the love connections are definitely about romance and our committed relationships, but they're also about family and pets and plants and ourselves and life. Because love is such a powerful, powerful feeling and energy, right? All forms of love are part of my reading. So this could be for the persons out there, the Cancers who's thinking, I don't really know about the Scorpio right now, but you never know. You know, I mean, this full moon happening in Aquarius on the 24th, it culminates things, but it begins things. So you just never know what those full moons have and what they shine a light on, if there's something you're wanting or a wish that's being fulfilled. That's your private, you know, knowing. But this is the beautiful oracle, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. And your message is the web weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. And interestingly enough, it's number 4. So there's that stability and all of the things I mentioned. It's protection, it's grounded energy, you know, it's security that you like so very much, Cancers. Look at the beautiful illustration. It's like a photograph. To me, they're so incredibly well done. And there's a light, and it's got a star, and it's got that indication that, you know, when you wish upon a star and you hold strong to your dreams, it will, and they do manifest. You've got the key, you've got the wand, you've got the magic dust coming off of the wand in this picture. Synchronicities, watching for them, as I said right now, very, very key component to the energies happening. Let me read to you from the book. Did I take that out? No, but I will. So, yeah, this is gorgeous. And, oh, purple. Love purple. Oops, pick that up in a second. So number 4, right from the beginning, it says, the web weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the web weaver, that's kind of hard to say fast, appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intentions and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Well, I love that, and it doesn't surprise me because you're a very giving, caring person. Of course, you're going to have other people, but I pray that you're around and you surround yourself with that. You know, it just lights us all up when we have that understanding that, yeah, I'm an individual, but it's nice to be associated with people who get me and don't question me because I might be different than the next person. I think I'm going to be struggling with this, so we're going to let that go for now. But I do want to say that the next category, the next oracle is the beautiful, I love this box, boop, animal medicine cards. Because animals have such influence in our lives, and the spirit animal, you know, that we may have a representation of us. I'm just really getting more into it in the last couple of years. but it fascinates me. And I know my beautiful furry kitten Eclipse that I adopted last year. I mean, he is he's like such a soulmate. It's ridiculous. And I'm so grateful for all the animals. And I know that a lot of cancers feel that very same way. You probably are in charge of some, you know, I don't know, animal shelter, or, you know, feral cats you feed everywhere. This is what just comes to my mind. I know there's a certain amount of you out there. You know who you are. And we love you for it. So your particular message from your spirit animal today, medicine animal, is the snake. And I recently got that as well. And I had not remembered, because it's a fairly new deck for me. It's a beautiful, it looks like the infinity, you know, of the 8, which is never ending, right? Just like our spirit, and the world is eternal and our energies are eternal. But I really like this, but more importantly, I love what it said. So let me read to you what it said, because it's just, I don't know, these are things we probably know, and they're within our, you know, our consciousness, because we're all connected to one consciousness. But to be reminded, it just is, it's on that same page right now. Okay, got a lot of repeats. Healer, renewal, earth whisperer. Snake is the healer, transforming negative experiences into healing medicine, sliding through craggy rock walls and fallen branches. Snake moves and matures, gliding silently, smoothly, bellying up upon our earth. Snake whispers that in order to survive, you must grow. And in order to grow, you must move amongst the frictions of life. Leaves, prickers, and jaggy stones. Experiences that seem to scratch you. Bitter medicine is what helps you out of your old skin. Isn't that the truth? The old scales don't serve you anymore. Negative, uninvited, cyclical, hateful thoughts towards yourself and others will be released and replaced with gratitude and love for the mystery of mysteries that is our experience and breath. Oh yeah, the breath is so powerful. Steer your thoughts, wiggle free, and give thanks so you can be renewed. I mean, that's pretty profoundly powerful information, right? But it's so gorgeous, and it really, it intervenes with pretty much everything. The web weaver, you know, the ability to just, I don't know, it's so beautifully said. I really appreciate this so much. That's by Adriana Atima. If anybody's interested, I'm sure you can go online and find that beautiful deck. And finally, like I said, I'm going to be reading the oracle that is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, where you manifest the life you want. And I'm working at manifesting the life I want, and asking everyone who's viewed this video and maybe gotten to this part of it to please like and subscribe. It is a very kind and generous gesture, because it doesn't cost anything. It just helps me to get my channel to continue and grow, and there are certain stipulations that YouTube would like, and they like to see that people like it and that I have subscribers. So if you feel it in your heart to do so, I would thank you very kindly for that. It means a lot. And if you don't, that's okay too. I will still be here reading the readings for everybody for as long as I can. So your specific message, Cancer, in closing your reading for today is very vibrant, and I'm picking up on the fact that we are entering into Leo season, which is the fiery, passionate, loving, very expressive and minded, because they're ruled by the sun. It's all about self, right? That's the sun sign. It's the energy and the ability to stand forth and feel courageous and powerful in our abilities, and not shy back or dim our light and so forth. More power to them, right? They can definitely help us. We all help each other. True manifesting, and that's the root chakra. That's the red. That's the passion and the power to know we can be stable and set and balanced and, present. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. This is you. You care about so many people. And that's a big part of everything. We're connected. We all that's a part of the whole Aquarian energy of, you know, working for the world globally, not just as individual, well, individually, of course, all working together, but en masse so that it can help everybody. And I love that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't actually picked this one for a really long time. But yeah, I think you're very clearly ready to be a part of that and have been. So yeah, I use it as a mantra affirmation. I always say, if you say it over and over and you're just feeling a little off, it just kind of helps clear that and change your energy and just create your world. Create the world you want. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you very, very much. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend. And I hope you are enjoying your vacations and birthdays. And come on back to your August reading, okay? I'll be here for you until then. Thanks and bye for now.